Hello there, afternoon technically. All of you, hi, how are you doing? Okay, so before we begin, just a quick update for all those of you who've been with me this entire week. Unfortunately, something went wrong with the Menti platform last minute, so we cannot go ahead with a Menti quiz. We're still having the quiz here. Alright, so don't ask for a Menti code. We're going to have the quiz over here. Alright? Okay, so once I see that you all have joined in, we can get started. All the sections will be there in the quiz, but as you know, this was meant to be a Menti quiz, so in the writing segment, we only had multiple choice questions. It's going to be the same thing here as well. You only have multiple choice questions. You're not expected to write a full letter or anything, but I know, I understand something went wrong with the platform last minute. So what's the use of doing a quiz over there when it's just not going to work properly, right? So let's do it over here. I know, don't cry, Anshul, it's okay. You're still getting a quiz, okay? Yeah, 50 questions, and I think we can get started. See, in life, we don't always get what we want, but we should make the best of what we have. Okay, that's a lesson for you going forward as well. We're going to start with the reading comprehension bit, but I'm only going to give you a minute to read the comprehension, okay? So I'm going to time you. Obviously, above the question also, you're going to have your comprehension, but I will give you 30 seconds to answer the questions, okay? So I will time you. I'll get my timer ready. Okay, so first I'll do 1 minute to give you time to read, and then I will give you 30 seconds to answer the question. If I feel like the question is too easy, then I'll just give you 15 seconds, okay? I think because it's 50 questions, having a poll every question might get a little chaotic. We can still see if that's possible. If that's doable, to hum kar lenge, not a problem. And if we have time towards the end, if you have doubts, you can ask me. If you have a doubt regarding a question that you've just answered, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will not explain it, okay? So here, we're not revising anything before the quiz. We're just getting started with the quiz right away. So I see, are we all ready to get started? Give me a thumbs up. Give me some excitement. Show me that you're ready to start. Yeah, we are going to start with unseen passage. ठीक है, I see some thumbs ups. थोड़ा रोना धोना भी दिख रहा है मुझे. Who is crying? Why? You don't need. Your exam is not going to be on the Menti platform, right? So why do you need Menti? It's not something you need. It's just something you wanted. All right, we do have a poll. Okay, poll has been set up for you. I'm going to give you a minute to read the comprehension. It's more than enough. It's not that long, but if you are not able to finish it, you will have that over the question as well. I am starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, time up. Here's your first question. I've started the timer also. Okay, I think this is an easy question, so I'm only going to give 15 seconds. Time up. Let's see. Have you all answered? Okay, answers are in. Very good. The correct answer is... Answer is B, the popularity of online education. Next question. अगर पोल नहीं आ रहा है, then give your answers in the chat. Time is up. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is A. Greater accessibility. Okay? If you have a doubt, you ask me. I will answer your doubt in the... after we're done with this section. ठीक है? Next question. Timer has started. Quickly answer in the poll. Okay, max answers are correct. The correct answer is A, lack of personal interaction and hands-on experience. Next question. Quickly answer in the poll. All right, Max. Everyone gave me the correct answer. Fantastic. The answer is C. Effective would be the antonym of weak. Okay, what is one reason that online education is becoming more popular? Good, you're all answering in the 15-second time limit. That's great. I will take questions after this section is complete. This question is complete. I will take any doubts, okay? Answer in the poll very quickly. Very good. Majority of you gave the right answer. The answer is C. It offers greater flexibility than traditional institutions. Very good. First section is done. All of you were able to read in under a minute and all of you were able to answer the questions in under 15 seconds. That's amazing. What are your questions? Somebody asked me what hands-on means. Hands-on means when you learn by doing. It's when you are able to either experiment or create something and are able to learn through physically involving yourself in the process. Okay, this is something that you are able to do in physical classes. This is an argument that's given against online education. Okay, how is effective the antonym of weak? Here we need to look at weak in context. All right, so here we are. So all right, we need to look at actually effective. Effective is the word given in your paragraph. Weak, when something is weak, it can either mean physical strength, that you're weak or you're strong, okay? Or sometimes you talk about it in the context of, your subjects. I am weak in this, I'm weak in that. That means you don't know enough about something. Or we can also talk about weak in how something works, okay? If something works really well, it's effective. But if it does not work well, then it's weak. Okay, so there's not just one meaning of weak. It's not just the opposite of strong. In this case, it can also be the opposite of effective. Something works properly, it's effective. It does not work properly, it's weak. Okay? Any other doubts regarding this passage? No other doubts regarding this? Then we'll get started with the next reading comprehension passage. Again, I think the next one, because it's a case based, I will give you 50 seconds to read it instead of 60, okay? Skim through it and then try answering questions. What are your doubts? Quickly, doubts regarding this section. इस सेक्शन के बारे में डाउट्स पूछो, इस पैसेज के बारे में. जो दूसरे डाउट्स है, we'll do it after the quiz is over, okay? You are taking the literal meaning only. It's just that there are many different types of literal meanings depending upon context, okay? Alright, are we ready to get started? I will give you 50 seconds to read. Because it's a case based, so don't spend too much time on each line. Try to skim. Meaning of okay. See, you can get the meaning of brick and mortar institutions by the word before it. Traditional. Institutions that follow the traditional methods of studying. Alright? So the word right before it gives you the meaning of the word that you didn't understand. Okay. Ready to get started? Here we go. Timer has begun. Okay. And timer, here's your first question. Timer has started. Okay, I'm getting the first. Let's see when I get the first answer. Also do answer in the poll as well. Okay, that is the 17th second mark. All of you have given the correct answer, most of you at least. B, to protect China from invasions and attacks from the north. Next question. Okay, again this took a little longer, but you found the correct time period. It was in the 7th century BC. Very good. Next question. Okay, most of you giving me the answer very quickly. Now quickly enter it in the poll as well. Okay, perfect. Majority gave me the right answer. The correct answer is Ming Dynasty. Very easy, straight out of the passage. Okay, next question. Perfect. Most of you have answered quite quickly. Entered it in the poll. 100% correct. Fantastic. The answer is D. Various materials including brick, stamped earth and stone. Next question. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. 10 सेकेंड के अंदर अंदर सबने आंसर दे दिया है. A lot of you have given me the answer. Perfect. पोल में भी डाल दो. Very good. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the 7 wonders of the medieval world. Next question. I'll answer your questions at the end of this once this passage is done. Okay, I see a little bit of a confusion here. Okay, there has been a confusion in this question. The correct answer is actually A, chosen. Okay, I'll come back and explain. Okay, this is the last question. Fine. So, इसी question से start करते हैं. Which of the following words is a synonym for designated as used in the paragraph? So, first you need to see how designated is being used in the paragraph. The wall has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, इसमें से you try substituting all of these words in. The wall has been chosen as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It works. The wall has been destroyed as a UNESCO. It has not been destroyed. The wall has been constructed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. No, it was constructed for different reasons. Then it became a World Heritage Site. This is wrong. D. The wall has been modified as a UNESCO World. Was it changed for it to become a UNESCO World Heritage Site? No, it wasn't. It was made a World Heritage Site as it was. So the correct answer is A, chosen. Alright? What other doubts did you have? You had a question about what it was made of. Damped earth. Earth over here does not mean planet Earth. It means soil. And damped means when you press anything. Okay, so when you compress or press soil and use it to make a wall, then that is using damped earth. Alright? Any other doubts regarding this? No? Good to go? See, modified here is not a substitute for designated. Modified would be it was altered, tweaked, changed, updated. All of these words mean modified. Designated would be chosen or made. Maybe you can say awarded in some contexts. ठीक है? Okay, let's go ahead with the writing section again. Let's see how fast you're able to answer. I know these are not going to be the kind of questions that you'll get in your exam, but it's good practice to know what to include in your letters and analytical paragraphs. Okay? You will also have to analyze some data, and we'll try to do it quickly, under 30 seconds. Okay? Let's go. First question on your screen already. ठीक है, I'm getting the answers very quickly. And the correct answer is, enter it in the poll. Very good. A. So the subject always needs to be very objective. That means you don't add personal feelings into your subject. Next question. ठीक है, आंसर्स आ गए हैं, but I see some mixed answers. Okay, I see many mixed answers over here. Obviously, the first thing that you have to do, absolute first thing that you have to do, is identify the type of graph or chart. Without knowing what the graph or chart is, what it's trying to say, what kind of data it's presenting, you cannot do any of these things. Okay? Next question. कोई बात नहीं, अगर पोल नहीं आया तो you can still give the answers in the chat. Okay, here again I am getting some mixed answers. But the correct answer is actually C. You will first identify the key trends in the data and then provide an explanation for each one. If you're just describing the table in detail, you're wasting time. You need to describe trends and not the table itself. Okay? Next question. Little bit of a confusion here, I see. The correct answer is option D. Based on the data in this graph, we can conclude that the new policy is working. Effective conclusion to an analytical paragraph would conclude the overall trends. So the overall trends here, we know that the new policy is working because the data shows us that it's working. Okay? Next question. This type of questions will not come. I told you this was made for mentee. Obviously, you will have to write an analytical paragraph, but if you know all these points, then you will be able to incorporate them. Very good. C is the correct answer. The accuracy of the data is important. Everything else is secondary. Next question. Transition. Yes. Alright, the correct answer, as most of you are giving, is C. It is important to know that the data in this graph is only a part of the story. Why is this a transition? Because you're saying is only a part of the story. So you've already explained one part of the story. You will explain the next part after this sentence. Very good. Next question. I need the answers under 10 seconds. Perfect. The answer is C. You all know this. There should be no doubts regarding this. Again, this is preferable for editor. Otherwise, you will use. Alright, next question. Correct. C. Dear sir, ma'am. If you don't know them well, then you can remove the dear also and just sir, ma'am will suffice. Okay? Alright, here quickly analyze the data given here. The last option is karate is the most popular hobby class among students. Analyze it properly. Don't give me hasty answers. I'm getting many incorrect answers. Take 5 more seconds. Please analyze it correctly and then give me the right answer. Okay, still I'm getting a lot of wrong answers. You know why I'm getting the wrong answer? Because you're not reading this part of the question. You are not reading this part of the question and you're answering incorrectly. Do you want to change your answer now after reading the question properly? Okay. Apparently you've all forgotten how to analyze data. If all are true, what is the question asking you? How can that be possible? How can the question ask which one is not true if all of them are true? Okay, now understand this. Is there a clear majority for any of these? Is there a clear majority in any of these? Do you have 51% in any of these? No? Correct? I am not talking about... See, dance and painting have the same number of students enrolled, that we can easily see. Dance and painting both have 18%. Okay? Cooking is the least popular choice of hobby class. Yes. 8% like cooking. So we can say karate is the most popular hobby class among students. Yes. Out of all the hobbies, the max number of max percentage goes to karate. So this is correct. But do most students like karate? Karate just has a 25% rate, right? Most don't like it. Most would be if close to 100% students like karate. Okay? So the correct answer over here would be A. Alright? It's not necessary to write dear. You can remove dear also, you'll get marks. Okay? Next question. Yes, karate is the most popular choice. But it's not a clear majority. All right, yes. This, you don't even have to look at the data because you can just see the graph and say that it's going upward. Easy? ठीक है. Now quickly read this. Let me see who gives me the first answer. Very good. Still I'm getting some mixed responses. The correct answer is B, to request a catalog and price list. Okay. Those of you who are saying D, that is not the purpose of writing the letter. That might be an add-on in the letter, but that's not the purpose. Those of you who are saying C, this has nothing to do with the premise that was given to you. So why are you saying C and D? Clearly the right answer is B. Okay. Next question. Sanatani, no, you cannot. Because you're analyzing the data, you're not giving your opinion about it. So you may not add your own points. Don't do that. Just add what is evident from the data that has been provided to you. Unless it's an argument. In case of an argument, you can sort of give your own opinions once you take a stance. ठीक है. Here I've gotten the answers. Yes, Anshik Raj, you can, as long as you're meeting the word limit. The correct answer over here, very good, is C, the minimum order quantity and any discounts for bulk purchases. What is the role of the buyer in this scenario? Very good. Since most of you have answered, the correct answer is C, to purchase a new line of children's clothing for the department store. What tone should the buyer use in the letter of inquiry to the manufacturer? Polite and respectful. This is the tone that you're going to follow throughout formal letters, okay? A कौन बोल रहा है? Casual and informal कौन बोल रहा है? Next question, the committee. Grammar. We've entered grammar. अच्छा, writing में कोई doubts हैं? Any doubts in the writing section? Which, why not see in question 15? इतना पीछे जाऊं? ठीक है. This graph suggests that more research is needed in this area. See, you are concluding an effective conclusion. Will, even if more research is required, which is the case for everything, there's always scope for more research. Your graph will still tell you something, right? या तो कुछ ऊपर जाके नीचे आया, या तो कुछ constantly ऊपर गया है, या तो कुछ stagnant रहा है. Okay? So you need to give the overall picture in your conclusion. Whatever you can gather from the graph, you need to give that in your conclusion, even if it is not a very detailed analysis. Okay? So even if something has not changed much, you can say that it has more or less been the same. There hasn't been an impact considering all the factors. You can say that as well. So that's why, because this is the only option that gives a conclusion that yes, the policy is working, because we've seen an upward trend or a downward trend depending upon what the policy was trying to achieve. Okay? Next, वैसे तो see, you don't have to know the meaning of, if you don't know, exam में आप किसी से पूछ नहीं सकते what is the meaning of catalog. Does it really matter? Write a formal letter of inquiry to manufacturer requesting a catalog and price list. You just have to say in your letter that I require the catalog, because you're requesting a catalog. So even if you don't know the meaning, it's fine. But a catalog is basically a collection of everything that they have. So because this is a children's clothing line, it will probably be a book full of the designs that are that they make for children. Okay, that's their catalog. Okay. All right, are we done with the writing section doubts? Then we can move on to grammar now. See, don't worry about SWOT. If you understand it, answer it. If you don't understand it, answer the other analytical paragraph question. It will probably be a graph, chart, table kind of a thing. Okay? Okay, grammar, I'm just going to give you quick 5 seconds for easy ones and 10 seconds for difficult ones. Okay? Are we ready? Can we see if you are able to answer under the time limit? All right, let's get started. Shrishti, you don't have to write in favor or against the argument in analytical paragraph. You either have to support the argument or go against the argument. When you're analyzing data, that's just you analyzing the trends. That you don't have to give your opinion about. But if it's an extract from, let's say, a magazine or something, then you will be either asked to support the argument given or go against the argument given. Don't stay in the middle. Pick a side. Okay? Farah, avoid doing that. Say, and having analyzed the notes, it makes more sense for so and so to take this decision. Don't say, I think it makes more sense. That's not required. Just say it makes more sense. Any other final questions regarding the writing section? No? No, don't write Rudri. Do not write respected. Avoid. Either write dear or don't write anything. Start with sir or madam. Those of you who still don't know what SWOT is, do you know the other kinds of analytical paragraphs? If yes, don't worry. Either way, it will not be that difficult. When you read the question, you will understand what SWOT is. Difficult, easy, क्या होगा, क्या नहीं होगा, we cannot predict, but most probably easy ही होगा because whatever we have practiced, they've come in previous exams. Alright, I think we can move on to grammar. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Acha, I have... There we go. Started. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is A. The committee has not decided on a date for the meeting. Okay? The committee is singular, so we are going to use a singular verb. Next question. Okay, time up. The correct answer is were. The majority of students were in favor, plural, so we will use a plural verb. Next question. Time up. The correct answer is A. The number of people who attended the concert was surprising. Okay? The number was surprising. So the number is singular. ठीक है? Next question. थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा टाइम दे रही हूँ इसमें. 3, 2, 1. Time is up. The correct answer is A. We have discussed this in detail. I will explain it quickly once again. Whenever you have a clause set off by commas, especially starting with along with, together with, as well as, okay, stuff like this, then you are only going to consider what was before the comma as your subject, so your verb should match with only that. ठीक है? Another way to do this is, you see that something is in 2 commas, alright? Try cutting it out. Once you cut it out, see if the sentence still makes sense. The team blank traveling to the tournament. It makes sense, correct? So you will go with the singular verb. Okay? Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is no. The correct answer is C. Both of these options work. Why do they work? What does needn't mean? You need not and don't need to. Both of them are correct. You need not bring a gift to the party and you don't need to bring a gift to the party. Both of them can be used. Correct usage hai. Okay. Next question. Timer has begun. Okay, time is up. Very good. The correct answer is B. She will be late for the meeting if she doesn't hurry. Okay. We use shall when we have decided to do something. And we use will to talk about future predictions. What are we doing here? We are predicting. Predictions. Okay. Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is B. The boss might approve your request if you explain it clearly. There is a possibility because he can also reject it if he wants or she wants. Okay? Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is B. Was. I was working on the project when you called me. This happened in the past, so this also has to be in the past. Okay? Next question. Time up. The correct answer is B. She had already finished her homework when her friends came over. Okay? Here you're using past perfect because this is past in the past. When her friends came over, which can be, if this is the present, her friends came over here, but she had finished her homework over here. So, past perfect. Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is A. They will be leaving for the vacation next week. Very easy. Next week hai to future tense, simple. All right. Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is have been. I have been studying for this exam for weeks now. Okay. I started studying sometime in the past. This is the present. I am still studying and probably will still be studying for some time in the future. Okay? So, present perfect tense. Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is B. You can get the wrong answer here if you don't read this part of the sentence. Last night means it is past tense. The verb will be in the past tense. Okay? Next question. I'll give you a little bit more time over here. Time is up. The correct answer is A. The teacher warned the student that she wouldn't tolerate any more excuses. Okay? What is won't? Won't is will not. Will changes to would. So would not. The teacher, what is she giving? She's giving a warning. So your reporting verb can be a warning that the student would not, that she would not tolerate any more excuses. Okay? Next question. I will take your doubts after this is done. Please answer this first. I will take your doubts once this is done. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is very good. A. Jack asked Mary if she was coming to the party that night. Tonight changes to that night. Are changes to what. You was. You changes to she. Goes from a question to a statement. So noun verb. Verb noun becomes noun verb. Okay, next question. Time is up. The correct answer is A. I need this book for my research, said Jane. Jane said that she needed that book for her research. Okay? This will change to that in reported speech. Next question. Time is up. The correct answer is A. The manager said that they had to finish their project by Friday. Our will change to their. Okay? Next question. We have entered literature. Acha. Sorry. Okay. So, any doubts now regarding grammar? Anything you didn't understand? You were all able to answer rather quickly. 5 seconds में आप लोगों ने answer दिया है. Fast किया है. थोड़े लंबे क्वेश्चंस होंगे तो उसमें आप 10 सेकेंड्स लो, 15 सेकेंड्स लो, कर लोगे आराम से. No doubt in grammar. ठीक है. Ramani, you have to always frame the answers in your own words. You can obviously take the information from the passage. 2-3 words भी copy कर लोगे चलेगा, लेकिन आप जो sentence formation करो, it has to be in your own words. Will is future tense. So it is used for predictions, something that you will be doing in the future. Would can be considered both the past of will, as we do in reported speech, or it can also be used for hypothetical situations. That means if I do something, if I did something, I would have been able to do something else. Okay, those kind of sentences में would use होता है. In the address, for the letter address, most probably will be given to you. So just 2 line में whatever is given to you in the question, write it. अगर बोला है कि आप अपने स्कूल से लिख रहे हो, then you make up a name of a school. If the name of the school is not given to you, you make up some name. See, would को will से relate करोगे, could को can से relate करोगे, ठीक है? No, informal letters will not come. ठीक है. To understand the tense in a given sentence, all you have to do is first look at your verb. What tense is your verb in? If that also is something that you have to fill in the blanks and use, you can see words like yesterday, last night, last month, last week. These all of these words indicate past tense. Today indicates just the very, very near future. Now indicates present. Okay? Hypothetical means यूं होता तो कैसा होता. कुछ हुआ नहीं है, पर आप उसके बारे में सोच रहे हो कि ऐसा होता तो कैसा होता. ठीक है? थोड़ी बहुत वर्ड लिमिट क्रॉस कर सकते हो अभिषेक, दैट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. बहुत ज्यादा मत करना. हाँ, and we've done many error correction वाले, so you can take a look at them. Won't be that difficult. Okay, let's move on to literature now. Yes, Sonia, you can write a title. That will be good. Adhar, yes, you can write it in 3 paragraphs if it makes more sense to write it in 3 paragraphs, but make sure you're not exceeding the word limit too much. Okay. Laya, no, you will only be asked to apply a tense. So it's not like I'll give you a sentence and say कि मुझे बताओ ये past perfect है, past continuous है कि क्या है. That won't be the case. But you will be asked to apply a tense कि इसको past continuous में कैसे change करेंगे, या you will just have options in different tenses and you have to pick the correct tense. Okay. Next, we are going into literature now. Any other doubts I'll take towards the end. Here we have started. Time has begun. What is the answer? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is B. What, according to Nelson Mandela, is the greatest wealth of his nation's people? What did he compare people to? What did he say the people were more precious than? Can someone tell me? Yes, diamonds. Okay. Next question. Quickly write down. I haven't gotten the correct answer yet. Up finally आया है. Gaming Beast has given me the correct answer. Okay. houses को अगर हम A बोलेंगे, edge, does edge rhyme with houses? No, तो इसको हम B बोल देंगे. Okay? Does clause rhyme with edge? No, so it can't be B. Does clause rhyme with houses? No, so इसको हम C बोल देंगे. Village, does it rhyme with clause? No. Does it rhyme with edge? Village, edge. Yes? तो इसको हम B बोल देंगे. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B. Okay? If you have a doubt, we'll do it after the end of this. Okay? ठीक है. Next question. Time up. The correct answer is B, a man and a woman. Next question. Very good. Time's up. The correct answer is A. It was difficult to rob a careless man. Removes the pleasure of work. This is given in the chapter. ठीक है? Next question. Time up. The correct answer is hasty and emotional. We've already done this question in the competency-based handbook. Next question. I'm giving you 15 seconds for this one. Little complicated. Okay, time is up. The correct answer is C. 2 explains the reason for 1. Let's quickly see why. 2 is saying the poet believes loss to be permanent and irreparable. Okay, permanent and irreparable. The poet chooses not to intrude on the boy. Okay, because loss is permanent and irreparable, it is hard to deal with. Because when something is difficult to deal with, you need some time to process it. That's why the poet chooses not to intrude on the boy. So 2 explains the reason for 1. 1 is the action that the poet chooses to do, and 2 is the reason why he's decided to do that. Okay? Next question. I'll take all your doubts after this is done. Time is up. The correct answer is B, resort to violence. We know the character of Griffin. He's always ready to do some marpetize. So we know he will always resort to violence whenever it's convenient. Next. Time is up. The correct answer is C. It can camouflage. It can hide itself in its surroundings. Last question. When the conductor calls Valli, madam, he is being blank to her. Time is up. The correct answer is D. He's being playful with her. He's being nice. Okay, what are your doubts now? Quickly tell me. Somebody asked me, what is not to intrude? When you intrude, intruder किसको बोलते हैं? जो जबरदस्ती घर में घुस जाता है. That person is an intruder. So when you go and disturb someone, interrupt someone, go into someone's space without being wanted, that is intruding. Okay? Irreparable means it cannot be repaired. It cannot be fixed. Okay? Mantesha, no. You will choose a stance. Whenever you have a for and against argument, you will either write for or you will write for against. Choose one side. Has and have में क्या difference है? Has, have. Both of them, actually, let's do this. प्रेजेंट टेंस में हैज भी यूज होता है, हैव भी यूज होता है. ओके, हैज वी विल यूज विथ सिंगुलर nouns and pronouns. Have we will use with plural nouns, pronouns and I. Also you, even when it is singular. So what kind of subjects will we use has with? We will use it with she has, he has, it has. Okay, Aditi has, Joseph has, my dad has, my friend has. Have we will use with they have, we have, I have, you have, my parents have, my friends have. Okay, yes, Sia. Okay, if you have a noun, it can be countable, it can be uncountable. Can you quickly give me an example of a countable noun and an uncountable noun, everybody? I'm explaining little, few, a little, a few. Countable noun and uncountable noun. Okay, uncountable noun, someone says sugar. I will take that as an example. Countable noun, somebody said banana. I will take that as an example. Okay, so what is the difference? You know, countable can be counted. 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas, 4 bananas. They have a plural form. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted. They're either a powder or a liquid or some emotion or something that cannot be counted without a unit. And you cannot have plurals for it. That's the easiest way to know. Sugars, nobody says. Milks, nobody says. Monies, nobody says. Okay? So, what is our difference over here? Actually, I'll do this on this side so that you can see. Whenever we have a countable noun and we want to show a quantifier for it, then I can use I have few bananas or I have a few bananas. For uncountable noun, I can say I take little sugar, I take a little sugar, which tells us that few is used for countable nouns and little is used for uncountable nouns. This difference is clear. Now, what is the difference between few and a few and a little and a little? Over here, let's see. Few and little can mean not much or many, and a few and a little can mean some. So this is a negative connotation, this is a positive, which means I can say I don't want to share my bananas, I only have few bananas. Okay, or you can say, hey, you can take a banana from me, I have a few bananas. Understood the difference? Little and a little, I take little sugar in my tea, matlab very less sugar. I take a little sugar in my tea, matlab I do take sugar in my tea, add zarur karna. Okay, understood the difference? You can substitute these with these words and understand the difference. Okay, what else? all stars are uncounted. You don't know how many stars are there in the sky. Obviously, if you start counting, you cannot do that because there are so many, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. You can see, मतलब इतना pollution है, सिर्फ 2 तारे दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ऐसे बोल सकते हो ना, I can only see 2 stars in the sky. So you can count it. Okay, a series of seminars blank conducted. इसमें क्या सीरीज भी प्लूरल है, सेमिनार्स भी प्लूरल है, तो वर होना चाहिए. प्लूरल के साथ हमेशा वर यूज करेंगे. और सी वर, अगर आर और वर दोनों ऑप्शंस है, then it depends on the tense. So there must be something else over here telling you more about the tense. Okay, South Africa was all out before we knew, because South Africa is a stand-in for team. You're talking about the team, right? And team as a collective noun is always referred to as singular. ठीक है? कहाँ गया? Okay, ought to is always used for a moral obligation. ठीक है? You ought to take, or you ought to respect your elders. ठीक है? This is an example of the usage of ought to. Can and may both can be used for possibility, but may is generally used for possibility, can is generally used for ability. Okay? So, if you are ever given a multiple choice, you won't have both of these unless it's very obvious that one of them needs to be used. Okay? Police, cattle, कल भी बताया था मैंने, इनके साथ आप प्लूरल यूज करो बिकॉज इनको कलेक्टिव नाउन्स की तरह नहीं ट्रीट करेंगे. यस, पोएटिक डिवाइसेस आएगा. कहाँ गया? Okay, what else? If state, yes, Achal, you can make up your own. ठीक है, very common. अगर आपको okay, keep getting this question about literary devices. क्या है? First is anaphora is nothing. It's just the repetition of a word in successive clauses. So अगर आप देखोगे कि एक के बाद एक something is repeating, एक word repeat हो रहा है, that is anaphora. Okay? सोनिया, किसी भी तरीके से लिख लो, doesn't matter. स्टाफ के साथ भी प्लूरल ही यूज होता है जनरली. हनी, हो सकता है अगर आप ज्यादा गलती करोगे तो, इसीलिए ज्यादा मत करना. अल्यूजन इज व्हेन यू, जैसे अमेंडा में वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट रापुंजल, दैट्स एन अल्यूजन टू अ फेरी टेल. If you don't know or if you have not read about Rapunzel, then you will not understand what Amanda is saying. That's why it's an allusion. When you refer to some other written, maybe it could be a story, it could be another poem, it could be a novel, it could be a character from a movie. Whenever you refer to them, that's an allusion. Okay? नहीं, diary entry नहीं आएगी. सी सीरीज कैन बी पॉजिटिव बोल रही हूँ, सिंगुलर और प्लूरल डिपेंडिंग अपॉन हाउ मेनी. सो सेट्स, सो इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द सेट्स. ठीक है, one defined series could have a number of something, two series could also have different number of something. Maybe you can talk about episodes or you can talk about lectures, जो भी seminars. So ठीक है, now that brings me to the question. Okay, makes sense. So if you're saying series of seminars blank conducted, ठीक है, now it makes sense. Your options are was, were, are और have. ठीक है, इसमें हमें इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दी है कि कितनी सीरीज हुई है, हमें नहीं पता वो सिंगुलर है कि प्लूरल है. हम अपने ऑप्शंस को देखेंगे. ऑप्शंस में अगर हमें वी डोंट नो कि ये पास्ट में हुआ कि प्रेजेंट में हुआ, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन हमारे पास नहीं है. सीरीज एक थी कि मैनी थी, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन हमारे पास नहीं है. बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव ऑल ऑफ दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, लेट्स लुक एट द ऑप्शंस. अगर हम वर चूज करेंगे तो आर भी हो सकता है, क्योंकि हमें तो नहीं पता कि अगर ये पास्ट में हुई थी कि प्रेजेंट में हुई थी. हैव तो करेक्ट है ही नहीं, आंसर इज रॉन्ग. द ओनली ऑप्शन दैट वी कैन यूज इज वॉज, बिकॉज we can assume then that ये सीरीज सिंगुलर है, एक ही सीरीज हुई थी, and we can assume कि ये पास्ट में हुई थी. Okay, so we can say the series of seminars was conducted. ठीक है, in this case series can be plural also if you are given the required information. इसमें हमारे पास information नहीं थी, so it is safe to assume कि सिर्फ यही ऑप्शन बैठेगा ब्लैंक में और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं बैठेगा. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी टू राइट द पिन कोड, पर अगर आपको टेंशन हो रही है तो आप लिख दो. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि गलती से इसके मार्क्स ना कट जाए तो आप लिख सकते हो, लिखने के मार्क्स नहीं कटेंगे. अदिति, बहुत नेसेसरी नहीं है, थोड़े बहुत देख लो, ग्रामर में देख लो, जिस सेक्शन में आपको थोड़े डाउट ज्यादा है उसमें देख लो. ठीक है, पोएटिक डिवाइसेस में सिमिली एंड मेटाफर, इन दोनों का एक ही पॉइंट है, इन दोनों का एक ही पॉइंट है, कंपैरिजन. ठीक है, अगर दो चीजें कंपेयर हो रही हैं तो या तो वो सिमिली होगी या तो वो मेटाफोर होगी. कैसे पता चलेगा कौन सी है? जो सिमिली है उसमें आप देखोगे कि लाइक या एज यूज हो रहा है. जो मेटाफर है उसमें आप देखोगे कि कुछ यूज नहीं हो रहा, आप बस बोल रहे हो कि ऐसा है. तो अगर मैं बोलूंगी योर हार्ट इज गोल्ड, ठीक है, इसमें हार्ट और गोल्ड कंपेयर हो रहे हैं, तो आप कह रहे हो कि जितनी प्योरिटी गोल्ड में होती है उतनी प्योरिटी आपके हार्ट में है. लेकिन इसमें मैंने लाइक और एज नहीं यूज किया, इसमें मैं बोल रही हूँ योर हार्ट इज गोल्ड. ठीक है, तो जब भी आप देखोगे कि इज लिखा हुआ है, दिस इज दैट, दिस एज इज दैट, यूजुअली वो मेटाफोर ही होता है. लाइक और एज जहां पे यूज हो गया सिमिली होगी. बट रिमेंबर, सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट बात इन दोनों की है कंपैरिजन होना चाहिए. आपको वो दो चीजें पता चलनी चाहिए क्लियरली कि किन के बीच में कंपैरिजन हो रहा है. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि हर सेंटेंस जिसमें लाइक और एज यूज हो रहा है वो सिमिली है. सिमिली और मेटाफोर में क्लियर हो गया. अब एक तरीके का और पोएटिक डिवाइस होता है पर्सोनिफिकेशन. इसमें आपको ये पर्सन वर्ड दिखाई दे रहा है. दिस मीन्स कि आप किसी भी नॉन ह्यूमन चीज को ह्यूमन लाइक क्वालिटीज दे रहे हो. कोई भी अगर इंसान नहीं है उसको ऐसा कुछ करते हुए दिखा रहे हो जो यूजुअली इंसान करते हैं, तो वो पर्सोनिफिकेशन हो गई. ओके, योर हार्ट इज लाइक गोल्ड हो गया तो वो सिमिली हो जाएगी. ठीक है, एलिट्रेशन इज जस्ट रेपिटेशन ऑफ साउंड्स. एलिट्रेशन में आपको कोई भी क्लोजली कनेक्टेड वर्ड्स एक लाइन में दिखेंगे जिनमें एक पर्टिकुलर साउंड रिपीट हो रहा है, तो वो एलिट्रेशन हो जाएगी. ठीक है, ऑक्सीमोरॉन इज व्हेन एकदम दो चीजें जो साथ में नहीं हो सकती, ऑपोजिट्स हैं, उनको साथ में लिखा हुआ है, जैसे डेफनिंग साइलेंस। अब डेफ कब होते हो आप? जब कुछ बहुत ज्यादा लाउड होता है, लेकिन हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? डेफनिंग साइलेंस। इसका यूजुअली जो कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग इमोशंस होते हैं, जो इमोशंस एक्सप्रेस कर नहीं पाते हम, उसको हम ऑक्सीमोरॉन्स के थ्रू एक्सप्रेस करते हैं। एसोनेंस कॉन्सोनेंट्स में कल समझा चुकी हूँ बहुत डिटेल में, अनाफरा भी बता दिया मैंने, एंजाममेंट भी बता दिया। ओनोमोटोपिया इज जस्ट व्हेन यू गिव वर्ड्स, जो वर्ड्स होते हैं किसी साउंड के, वो एकदम उस साउंड की तरह ही साउंड करते हैं। जैसे क्रंच, जब आप चिप्स खाते हो जो आवाज आती है वो क्रंच 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 जैसी आवाज आती है ना, तो क्रंच इज एन ओनोमोटोपिया। एनी अदर डाउट? ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट मैं समझा चुकी हूँ, आप बस एग्जाम्पल देखो। कस्टर्ड द ड्रैगन में कहाँ पे है? कौन बताएगा मुझे चैट में कस्टर्ड द ड्रैगन में ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट कहाँ यूज हो रहा है? यस, आयर्न्स। व्हेन यू टॉक रेफर टू, जब हम वो चेन्स की बात कर रहे हैं, जो ये सिनेक्टिकी का एग्जाम्पल है, जब हम चेन्स की बात कर रहे हैं जो प्रिजन में पहनाई जाती है, पर हम उसको रेफर करते हैं एज आयर्न्स, तो हम उसका एक पार्ट को एज अ होल, इफ यू आर एक पार्ट को अगर आप एज अ होल रेफर करे तो वो सिनेक्टिकी हो गई। इतना जरूरी नहीं है ये याद रखना, नहीं याद होता तो टेंशन मत लो, याद करने की जरूरत है नहीं। ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट का मुझे किसी ने, यस वेरी गुड, टेरिफाइड, येल्प। येल्प होता है स्क्रीम करना, ठीक है? तो जब आप टेरिफाइड होते हो और आप स्क्रीम करते हो तो आप टेरिफाइड हो ना, यू आर टेरिफाइड, और हुएवर इज स्क्रीमिंग दैट पर्सन इज टेरिफाइड। लेकिन इसमें हम जो एडजेक्टिव टेरिफाइड है वो येल्प के पीछे लगा रहे हैं, इसीलिए ये ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट है। जो एपिथेट है टेरिफाइड, वो इंसान के पहले लगना चाहिए था जो टेरिफाइड है, लेकिन इंस्टेड ऑफ उसको उस पर्सन के आगे लगाने के, हम उसको येल्प के आगे लगा रहे हैं। अगेन इसका सबसे इजी एग्जाम्पल मैं हमेशा बताती हूँ इज हैप्पी बर्थडे। जब आपका बर्थडे होता है तो आप हैप्पी होते हो ना, बर्थडे थोड़ी हैप्पी होता है, पर हम हैप्पी को बर्थडे से पहले लगाते हैं, इसीलिए ये ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट है। इजीएस्ट टू रिमेंबर, हैप्पी बर्थडे याद होगा, वरना आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन याद रखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, आप बस ये याद रख लो एग्जाम से पहले कि टेरिफाइड येल्प ट्रांसफर्ड एपिथेट है, फिर एग्जाम के बाद अच्छे से समझ लेना क्या होता है, ठीक है? हाइपरबोली इज एन एग्जैजरेशन, एक बहुत ही बड़ा एग्जैजरेशन जो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है। एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस? एनालॉजी हमने बहुत प्रैक्टिस की थी कल, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन वाला देख लो एक बार, समझ में आ जाएगा। विदिशा, both are acceptable, capital, small letters. I've already explained allusion just 2 seconds ago. Seema Ram asked me why I hadn't completed my assignment. Siddhi, no difference, they mean the same thing. अब सारा टेंसेस अभी डाउट क्लियर कराओ, कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं समझ आया तो जाके वीडियो देख लो, कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं समझ आया तो एक्सप्लेनेशन देख लो जाके, लेटर नहीं समझ आ रहा है तो जाके राइटिंग सेक्शन वाली वीडियो देखो, टेंसेस सारे के सारे नहीं समझ आ रहे तो जाके टेंसेस की ग्रामर की वीडियो देख लो, अभी भी पोएटिक डिवाइसेस नहीं समझ आए तो जाके पोएटिक डिवाइसेस की वीडियो देख लो। कोई डाउट है, कोई क्वेश्चन है जो नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो वो पूछो मेरे से, ओके? एरर वाले क्वेश्चंस में जैसे कि मैंने बोला, पहले आप पढ़ो और खुद से एरर ढूंढो. जब आप पढ़ोगे उसको थोड़ा सा जोर की पढ़ोगे, मतलब बहुत जोर की मत पढ़ना, पर अपने ही आप थोड़ा सा पढ़ोगे तो आपको खुद ही बोलते हुए समझ आ जाएगा कि इसमें कुछ सही नहीं लग रहा है, कुछ गलत लग रहा है. वो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि वहां पे एरर है, और फिर उसको ग्रामर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एनालाइज करना. सिंबलिज्म है, आप बोल सकते हो पूरे पोएम में ट्रीज का सिंबलिज्म है वुमेन के कंडीशन के साथ. यस सरलीना, दैट इज द बेसिक फॉर्मेट ऑफ अ लेटर. प्रियांशु, डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू फाइंड इजीएस्ट. तो जब आप अपने रीडिंग टाइम में क्वेश्चन पेपर पढ़ोगे तो उसमें जो आपको ज्यादा आसान लगेगा आप वो पहले अटेम्प्ट कर लेना. प्रतिभा, पोएट्स के पूछते हैं यूजुअली क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो, पर आपको याद होते अगर तो कर लो, आप उनको कहीं ना कहीं अपने आंसर में लिख सकते हो. अब रिजॉर्ट का मतलब आप मुझे जब तक सेंटेंस नहीं दोगे कि वो लास्ट रिजॉर्ट के टाइप में यूज हो रहा है कि कैसे यूज हो रहा है, तो मैं आपको मतलब कैसे समझाऊं, क्योंकि रिजॉर्ट के 2-3 मतलब होते हैं. तो आप मुझे सेंटेंस दो. अच्छा, अफुट का भी गिव मी द सेंटेंस, आई विल एक्सप्लेन द मीनिंग, बिकॉज देर आर 2 पॉसिबल मीनिंग्स ऑफ दिस वर्ड ना. यू गिव मी द सेंटेंस, आई विल एक्सप्लेन द मीनिंग टू यू. I just explained what is transferred epithet. Tanuja, not really necessary. If you're breaking a paragraph, then you can do it. Harnader, the boy from the ball poem, is very devastated by his loss. And the sermon at Banaras, what is it talking about? It talks about death and how death is inevitable. You have to accept it. Death क्या होता है? Death is a kind of loss. So the boy from the ball poem also needs to accept that loss is inevitable, which he is not able to do. ठीक है? Shivani, you need to follow the word limit, 100 to 120 words. रोमन मार्किंग स्कीम में आंसर नहीं दिया हुआ, पॉइंट्स दिए हुए कि ये सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है तो फुल मार्क्स अवॉर्ड कर दो, एंड एक्सेप्ट एनी अदर वैलिड रिस्पॉन्सेज. सो योर रिस्पॉन्स शुड बी वैलिड. स्टाफ के साथ भी रची प्लूरल ही यूज करोगे. Nafisat, repetition can be of a word, a phrase or a sentence, sometimes entire stanzas also, जैसे custard the dragon में हो रहा है. पर अगर वो beginning में आ रहे हैं 2 consecutive lines क्या repetition, तो वो अनाफरा हो जाएगा. ठीक है. साधना, yes, if you think कि एक paragraph break दे के your analytical passage will make more sense, then you can give a paragraph break. That's okay. हम लोग paragraph break करते हैं जब हम thought change कर रहे हैं. तो अगर आप thought change कर रहे हो transition दिखाने के लिए, you can break the paragraph. That's completely fine. कॉन्शियंस, साक्षी, आपका जहन, आपके अंदर जो आवाज आती है कि आप सही कर रहे हो कि गलत कर रहे हो, दैट्स योर कॉन्शियंस. You don't need to know what delusion is, so don't worry about it. Illusion समझ में आ गया ना, delusion छोड़ दो अभी. Skylar, not at all. Please don't use abusive words anywhere. Yes, Kalpana. Sonia, insane and mad would mean the same thing. And his behavior was quite crazy. Ironically का मतलब जो आप expect करे उसका उल्टा हो जाए एकदम से, when the opposite of what you expect happens. For example, when negative symbols in dust or snow have a positive effect on the poet, it's ironic. Best way to start, the game is afoot. Rehu matlab when afoot means it's happening, it's in process. ठीक है? Another meaning of a foot is when you're on your foot, literally. But when something is afoot, that means it has begun. It is in process. Okay? Angayar, no, may is not a substitute for ought to. Must can be a substitute for ought to, not may. Repetition in the same sentence when ball poem may what is being repeated, that is an example. Sarthak, your sentence is only wrong. Make sure that you're typing it correctly. Articles are missing from this sentence. Some verbs are written incorrectly. Sheetal, don't mark on the question paper, please. Then it can be considered cheating. You're trying to show somebody else. Use a rough answer sheet to make your notes. Honor among thieves means that honor क्या होता है? Honor मतलब आप ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर रहे जिससे आपकी इज्जत पे बात आ जाए. अब thieves तो चोरी कर रहे हैं, तो already they do not have honor in society. लेकिन amongst themselves they have honor because वो एक दूसरे को कभी एक दूसरे के साथ कभी गलत नहीं करेंगे, एक दूसरे की हमेशा help करेंगे. That is the meaning of honor among thieves, which is something that did not happen with Horace Danby. He got fooled by another thief. ठीक है, I don't see any other बहुत specific doubts. Okay. बाप रे, अच्छा. नहीं वीपी गेमिंग. त्रिशा, नो. डोंट यूज. वो भी फर्स्ट पर्सन प्रोनाउन ही हो गया ना, मत यूज करो. Sarthak, do you have options for this question? If you have options, give me, because multiple things can be entered in the blank. Yes, Kalpana, what that is being repeated is repetition. Okay, prejudice is when you have negative feelings towards someone, when you discriminate against someone without a valid reason for something very baseless, like the color of their skin. Another, think about it. Think, आप भी थोड़ा critical thinking करो. When Natalia was arguing with Lomov about Oxen Meadows किसका है, and when she was talking about whose dog is better. She kept arguing till the end, but Lomov kept getting these panic attacks. So you can use all of those examples in your answer. Himanya, whenever we have a question that starts with did, like did you do your homework? What can be the answer to this? It can either be yes or no. Correct? Whenever we have a yes or no question, we have to use if or whether in our reported speech. So you can say XYZ asked me if I finished or did my homework. Okay? If के बजाय whether भी लगा सकते हो. See, poetic devices इतने डिटेल में नहीं आएंगे. एक क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा. Okay, so don't worry too much about them. Rupee rises. Or rose. अच्छा. Rupee blank 5 paise to 79.47 against the US dollar amid rate. Rupee rose because it's already the price. It has already gone up, right? हाँ sorry, did वाले में had भी लगा देना because did is already in the past tense, so एक tense पीछे जाओगे. If I had finished, if I had done my homework. Okay? This is singular. These is plural. Both talk about things that are close to you. ठीक है? क्या डाउट है और सब्जेक्ट वर्ब कॉन्कॉर्ड में? Okay, don't worry too much. ठीक है. Alright, so now I can see mostly poetic devices में doubt है. So Sarthak, don't worry about conjunction questions. Why are you worried about things that are not in your syllabus anyway? Worry about tenses, worry about subject verb concord. Okay? ठीक है. All of these questions that you're asking, literature ke especially, we've already discussed them. So you can take a look. Enjambment के जाके examples देख लो, समझ में आ जाएगा. We've already done it. So a lot of questions I see now are being repeated. If there's any other बहुत ही specific doubt, again present tense में is and are both are used. Is singular, are is plural. That's the only difference. ठीक है, रेस्ट जो क्वेश्चंस बहुत रिपीट हो रहे हैं, which I've already answered many times, I urge you to go take a look at the other sessions. You will be able to find the answers for all of them. ठीक है, poetic devices we've already done so many times. You're focusing too much on something that's not coming for a lot of marks. आपको बेसिक अपनी poems में पता है कि कहाँ कहाँ कौन सा poetic device use हो रहा है. That's more than enough. Lavanya, not, yes, intro, body and conclusion. You have to write it in 3 paragraphs. ठीक है? Alright, now if you want me to explain full concepts again, see, that is not possible right now. Because, and that has already been done a lot of times. So you go watch that session. जिसमें आपको डाउट है, आपको सब्जेक्ट वर्ब कॉन्कॉर्ड पूरा ही नहीं समझ आया, तो ग्रामर का सेशन जाके देख लो, समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है? All right. All the very best to all of you. I know you're going to do a great job. Those of you who are feeling stressed, there is absolutely no reason to get stressed out. You know everything. Just think about everything critically. If there are 2 options that are confusing, sit with them again. See, there are things that confuse everybody. I also get confused. All your teachers get confused. The only thing you have to do is to get rid of the confusion, is to think critically. आप जिस चीज़ के बारे में confused हो, उसको छोड़ दो थोड़े time के लिए. Go do something else. Come back to that question. Think with a fresh perspective. You will be able to find the answer. The cues for what tense to use generally will be in the sentence itself. I know sometimes it's very unfair that the options are so closely related, but just think about what the best possible option should be instead of कि ये भी सही है वो भी सही है. Okay? All right. All the very best. Please don't take a lot of stress. Don't try to mug up many new things right now. Instead, focus on what you already know, because you know majority of your syllabus. Obviously, there will be that one odd question that you might not understand in your exam. You always have the option of not attempting it. ठीक है? Okay, now remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on any updates. And all the very, very best for your exams. I know you're going to do a great job. जिनको भी nervousness हो रही है, nervousness हटा दो. कुछ नहीं होता. Exam easy होगा ये सोच के जाओ और फिर आपको easy ही लगेगा. इतना focus मत करो difficult poetic devices में जो आने भी नहीं वाले. Imagery, symbolism, simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration. ये आपको आता है तो mostly आप sorted हो. Okay? ठीक है, चलो, take care of yourselves. I keep saying this is very important that you need to sleep on time. ये मत सोचना कि मैं रात उठ के पढ़ाई करूँगी या करूँगा तो better होगा, नहीं होगा. आपका दिमाग सही से तभी चलेगा जब आपकी नींद पूरी हुई होगी. ओके. एंड जो भी आप एकदम क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हो कि इसमें डिफरेंस क्या है, उसमें डिफरेंस क्या है, आपको इतने पॉइंटेड क्वेश्चंस आएंगे नहीं. आस्क्ड और हैड आस्क्ड में डिफरेंस यही है कि आज सिंपल पास्ट टेंस है, हैड आस्क्ड इज पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस. हैड जहाँ पे भी लग जाता है उसके बाद पास्ट पार्टिसिपल फॉर्म होता है तो वो पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस हो जाता है. ठीक है. मोस्टली ग्रामर में आपको अपने इंट्यूशन से समझ आ जाएगा कि करेक्ट आंसर क्या होना चाहिए. एरर करेक्शन में कुछ नहीं करना है, बस पढ़ना है. जहाँ पे भी आपको एकदम से खटकेगा कि ये अजीब साउंड कर रहा है उसमें जरूर कोई एरर होगी, उसको एनालाइज करके देखना कि क्या एरर है. लिटिल का डिफरेंस मैं एक्सप्लेन कर चुकी हूँ, थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड करके देख लो. एंड चलो अब जाओ, थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स्ड रहो, अच्छे स्टेट ऑफ माइंड में रहो. एंड आई नो यू आर गोइंग टू डू अ फैंटास्टिक जॉब, सो ऑल द बेस्ट. ठीक है. सी यू. बाय बाय.